Yo guys, what is up? It's your boy Digit, and today I'm bringing you guys a tutorial on how to make clean renders in Cinema 4D. Now I know that I said I was going to do it later in the week, but I decided that I didn't really want to worry about school and all that crap, so I'm just going to get it over with and enjoy making this tutorial. So like I said, we're doing clean renders on how to make them. And when you're making clean renders, there's two things that you really need to focus on. One are your materials. You have to make sure your materials have, a good color, a good luminance, maybe a little bit of glow. It depends on how you like it, but as long as it looks clean, you're good. The second thing you want to worry about are your lightrooms, because if your lightroom's crappy, then your render's crappy, just straight up. So I actually have a Lightroom that I'm gonna open up right now. I will link it in the description for you guys to download. It's a really nice Lightroom. It's actually not mine. It's Cecil HQ's. I'll link his channel description so I don't get in trouble or anything. But yeah, this is his Lightroom, and it's really clean. As you can see, all the lights and everything. It's really nice. So yeah. So for this, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in a AI file. And for those of you that don't know how to do that, what you want to do is once you have your Lightroom open, you go to File, and then you go to Merge. And then what this will do is it'll bring up your libraries folder. Even though my computer is being a failure, really slow. Really slow. There we go. So once you have this open, you just want to go to wherever you have your AI files. For me, I have mine in Documents. And I'm just going to bring up mine. You can bring up whatever one you want, doesn't really matter. As long as it's a .ai file, then you're good. So go ahead and click OK. Leave it how it is. Once this opens, you'll see a little blue arrow, or sometimes it'll be right in the middle. Just go ahead and just keep on dragging it over here. Don't click on the blue arrow because then it'll mess up your it'll mess up your positioning, and that won't be good. Oh, I'm sorry. Had the rotation tool on. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and shrink this down a bit. And personally, I like my logo best when it's tilted a little bit to the side. It just makes everything look nicer. Alright, there. Alright. And now, okay. So for those of you that do not know how to put it or make it 3D, I'm actually going to show you the fastest way I found out. I feel dumb that I didn't know this before, but what you do is you select all the paths inside of the no file of your AI logo, right click, and then you go to Connect Objects plus Delete. And what that does is, instead of having to individually get and extrude NURBS and drag each path into it, it combines them all into one. So when you drag it into the extrude NURBS, the whole thing just becomes 3D. And it's a really good thing. It saves a lot of time, especially when you're doing Nitro Blast and all that crap, but we'll get into that a little later. So yeah, like I said earlier, go ahead and get your positioning down. Like I said, I like mine tilted a little bit. Oh, hey, hold on. My bad. If you do that how it is, then your the back of the 3D gets messed up. I don't know why. So just go ahead and click on your path. Click on the path itself, and then see how it has okay. So right here, see how the 3D is going with my turn. You don't want that. So make sure you click on the path, and then you Control click on the extrude NURBS. That way, the whole thing lights up, and then when you turn it, it goes with the logo. The black part, see that? Yeah, so it's just a good little tip for you guys. Alright, so once you have it how you like it, go ahead and pick your materials. These materials down here also are from Cecil HQ's pack. They are $9 from his store, and they are actually very nice, very nice materials. But for the sake of the fact that I don't know if you guys have these or not, most likely not, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a clean one. So what you want to do is you want to double click on the layer, or on the materials tab to make a new one. Want to open up your material and then change the color to however you like. Personally, I like a darker color, so I'm going to go with a little bit of a darker shade. For those of you that want to know what it is, just go on the RGB, just go 78, 78, 78, and you'll get it fine. So once you do that, you want to go over here, or actually let's add a texture. So what you do is go to Texture, go to Load Image, and find one that you like. Also, these are from Cecil HQ's pack. Just any texture will do. I just like the ones that he has, so I'm gonna go with let's see, Let's go to black and white right here. Go ahead and press yes on that. And what it does is just it goes onto the texture, onto the color itself. Then what you want to do is you want to go to luminance, make sure that check mark's on, and then decrease it down to 10. Remember, these are just mine, my liking. And then go to glow, go to outer strength, and add 20%. Just gives it a little bit of a shine. I like it. Actually, okay, go back to luminance and just go 5%. It's a little too bright. And then change the color down to like a little bit of a grayer color. Okay. So once you got that, go ahead and just drag it on. And as you can see, it already makes it a little darker. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has little rings around it. You can already tell it's going to be a little bit cleaner. So once you do that, go ahead and click on your texture up here. Go to UVW mapping and change that to cubic. And then where it says seamless, make it, or check that off. And what it does is just makes the texture look really nice, and you can actually see it from here. So if you were to render this out real quick, you can see how the texture is on the logo itself, and it looks nice. Okay, so once you've done that, I want you guys to copy and paste your logo. Just click on the Extrude Nerds logo and click Control-CV to copy and paste. And once you have that, go ahead and click your, or actually do it 3 times, so make sure you have 3 of them. After that, click on your logo, go to array. Right here, it's under script, this little, I don't know, star thingamajigger right next to the Extrude Nerds. Click and hold, move your mouse over to atom array, and then let go. And then go ahead and just drag one of those layers into the atom array itself. And what it does is just makes that outline that you see on, if you look at my portfolio, you see I have a lot of the outlines on, like on my theory background and all that. So to get rid of those little dots, if you like those, that's cool, you know, just leave it how it is. But if you want to get rid of them, click on atom array, go down to sphere radius, and just change it to like 1. And as you can see, it makes it so that it's really thin, and instead of those little dots that you had before. But yeah, whoa, okay. So once you have that, then I want you guys to go to your second Extrude Nerds file that you had. Go to plugins, and then if you guys do not have Nitroblast, I will try to put a link in the description. I might forget, so don't count on it though. But yeah, just go look up on YouTube, download Nitroblast for Cinema 4D or whatever, and it'll give you it. So go ahead and make sure you have the layers clicked that you want to Nitroblast. Go to Nitroblast, and then go to main. When this opens up, change the quality to high, and the pieces, let's go 200. And let that fracture. It should only take a second, especially because you only have 1 layer you're doing it for. And what this does is, for those of you that do not know, it actually breaks it into like 200 pieces, and so it gets that cracked text effect that a lot of people have been asking on how to do. And it just makes it look really cool. So once you have that, you want to go ahead and click on your Nitroblast, press the little plus next to it to bring it down, and then go to main pieces and bring that down, and then get the dynamic folder and just drag it out, and then go ahead and just delete the rest of that. Oh, I'm sorry, actually no, I'm sorry, go back, undo in the top left, and then you see the little yellow. If you want yellow, okay, what that stands for is the yellow is actually the part that's under it, so when you crack the text, it'll be the part that shows through the cracks, and then the layer, the texture that we already have is the one that shows on the top. So what you want to do is you just want to make a new texture, and actually this one you can make it whatever you want. I'm actually going to go with one of my textures that I have, just for cleanliness, I guess you could say. So I'm just going to drag it in, and just once you have it, just drag it right under the yellow and it'll replace it. That way when you go under main pieces or dynamic, oh I'm sorry, okay hold on, I'm sorry, undo all the way back so that everything's in the folder. Okay, so once dynamic is back in the folder, then drag your materials in there. And what that does, it just replaces all of the pieces that you had that were previously yellow, and it makes them all the color. See that on the right side? That way they're all the same. So once you have that, you want to drag the dynamic out of the Nitroblast folder, and then you can go ahead and delete that. Okay, so now you're left with this. From here, what you want to do to actually show the Nitroblast effect, you want to go to MoGraph, click and hold, and then let go when you hover over fracture. And then what you want to do is you want to open this folder, go all the way to the bottom, click on the bottom piece, scroll all the way back up, and then hold shift and then click, and what it does is just selects all of the pieces at once so you don't have to individually click, and then drag that into the fracture folder. Once you've done that, go ahead and just delete the dynamic. From there, what you want to do is you want to go to MoGraph, Effector, Group. You don't really have to, but it's nice when you have everything organized. And then from there, go to MoGraph, Effector, Random. So from there, you want to drag your fracture into the group, and then drag your random right below the group as well. From there, what you want to do is, if it doesn't explode already, just go to Fracture, Effectors, and then drag Random into the effector, and you'll see it explode. And that's the kind of the effect that you want. For those of you that downloaded my GFX pack, if you saw my logo and how I had it, this is pretty much just how to make that exact same thing. So yeah. So once you do that, you just want to go ahead and get your random. If you like it how it is, I mean, that's cool, but I mean, I can't really see it at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and decrease the effector down to like a lot. I'm going to go 23. As you can see, you can kind of see that. It might take a little bit to render, a little longer, but when I render it out, hold on. Oh, hold on, let me do something real quick. It's just a problem with my texture. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to render that out. You can see that the nitro-blast is taking place, and even in the render, pre-render, you can see the little displacements of the nitro-blast everywhere. So I'm just going to just render out a little bit so I can show you the full effect, and I'll come back when it's done. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, the render and the nitro-blast has actually taken place, and it's made the whole cracked effect. And the reason why it's a little bit lighter is because of that glow that we had on the texture originally. So if you don't like that glow, that whiter effect, just go ahead and go back to your texture and just get rid of that glow. Just uncheck it. So from here, what you want to do is, if you're fine with that, then go ahead and render however you like. But if you want to change the color, for me, I want to change the color of the outline of it. You saw how it was white. I don't really like that much, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that. So what you want to do is you want to click on your atom array, and you pick a texture that you want. For the sake of tutorial, I'll make a new texture. So like I said, double click on your texture, and let's make this a nice blue. Why not? Go ahead and get a nice color, whatever you want, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna get a lighter blue or a darker blue. Alright. Then go to luminance, check, make that 10% or 5%, excuse me. Go to if you want glow, go ahead and just do the same thing, the 5%. I think I have enough glow for this one, so I'm not gonna put it. And then another thing I didn't mention before is actually the reflection, and what that does is just it makes the color itself reflect a little bit. So when you check this off, you can see it's like a chrome, chrome color, it's just fully reflective. What you want to do is you want to click on it and then go to brightness and just turn it down to 10, really, or not 120. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, put it to 10. And as you can see, it has like that little bit of shine there, just for a nice cleanliness. I keep messing up on that word. So once you have that texture done, you want to drag that onto my atom array that I deleted for some reason. Hold up. Okay. Hold on, let me get this back real quick. Alright, so once you got that, you just want to drag your... My god. Sorry guys, there you go. Just want to drag that onto the atom array, and you can even see it just makes that nice blue outline on it, how it is. From here, if you like it how it is, go ahead and render it out. Some people like to add like little things, little add-ons to it, like maybe they'll take a shape and a sphere or something, and then they just decrease the size and just mess around with it, put a bunch of them everywhere, or whoa, too small. Or some people just everyone has their own style of messing around with things. For me, I'm just gonna keep it how it is for the sake of this tutorial. So to render this out fully, just click on the middle box. Or actually, no, hold on. Before you do that, go to your edit render settings. go to output and just, you know, make it however. I like 1920. The width is 1920 and the height is 1080. That's just my favorite render settings for the output. Go to save and then just save that however you want. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that whole thing. Make sure the format is on PNG, and then make sure it's crucial that alpha channel is check marked. If it's not checked, it makes, when you open it in Photoshop, it will not be, you won't be able to move it around. It's really weird. So then from there, what you want to do is you want to go to effect and scroll down to ambient occlusion. I already have it here, so it's not going to show. But once you have ambient occlusion, just leave the settings how they are, or if they're different, just copy the ones I have. And then go to global illumination, go to effect, global illumination, and then keep the settings how I have, and then go to effect object glow, and then yeah, just have it clicked. So once you have those, it'll make for a nice render. It'll take a little bit longer than usual, but it'll come really nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and render this fully by clicking the middle button, or the middle one that's in between the render view and the render settings. I have two monitors, so I have to keep dragging my things over. And when that does, it's gonna take a little longer, but it'll render out. And for the sake of time, I'm just gonna pause it and I'll come back to you when it's fully rendered. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can see, once it's fully rendered, it looks really nice. The glow might be just a little bit too much, but you can just go ahead and check that off in the textures tab, or in your texture. But yeah, so you can see the atom array, it's not too much, but it's enough to make out the logo itself, and the nitro blast is a perfect explosion, and it has that texture that matches the logo itself to give it that grungy effect, but at the same time it looks clean, and it looks really nice. You might be looking, or you might be thinking it looks a little ugly with the purple and the blue offset, but don't worry, in the color correction that'll be changed anyway, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But that is all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will be posting a way on how to make it look nice in Photoshop, and how to make it turn it into a background, and how to make it look clean in there. And so I'll post that tutorial if we get 15 likes and at least 30 views on it. That way I know that you guys are watching this, and you know, it's not going to turn into like a dead video or anything. So thanks guys for watching. Let's get this up to 15 likes. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. It means the world to me. Those are the things that make me want to keep making these tutorials and helping you guys out. So thank you guys so much. Do all those things I just said. My name is Digi, and I'm out. Peace.